This is the installation video of the SoQ laser. Your package will contain one laser powered by a USB cord, USB power block. You'll get 4 cable supports, 2 double-sided tape sticky pads, alcohol prep pad, a thumb screw, your base, and also your alignment guide. Now to get started, to tell you about our base, it basically has 4 different sizes on it: a flat, indented, and an offset to match up to any machine. 90% of machines will use the flat side. We also have this extension piece that they actually link together. If you have a machine that has a slant on the front that is greater than 45-degree angle, you put these together and use this as your base. Most of the time this will not be used. Also, effective the 1st of June 2023, we have actually added a PVC lining inside of our base, so you will see that difference. Now, how the base works is your laser is on this end, the ball. It will not fit. This is the bottom side. You will see the PV sleeve from the top. If you hold it, the laser will slide down into the sleeve and it will rotate any different direction you want to go to. So we'll pull it back out. Now, installing the base on your machine, we always want to be as close to dead center in front of the needle as possible, left to right. Now, we all have a threader, so you're never going to get dead set in the center. You're always going to be to the left mostly. That's okay because you have adjustment in the laser. Now, this machine does not have a flat area, so what we will do, we will use the offset side to mount here. Now we need to determine the height. One very important part is, once you determine which side you're going to mount your base on, if you're going to mount the flat side to your machine, take your thumb screw and go ahead, and these holes are already pre-tapped, but go ahead and put the thumb screw in and go all the way in with it and go back and forth just a little bit to loosen the threads up. What can happen is, if you don't get the threads loosened up, you can put your laser in and start putting your thumb screw in and hit a tight spot, and you think you're actually pinching against the ball and you're not, and your laser could move. So just want to make sure that you screw that in all the way. Once you get it in, just go back and forth and loosen it up so it'll make the thumb screw nice and loose. We'll undo our laser. It's powered by USB, so if your machine has a USB port, you can plug it right in. If not, it comes with a wall power outlet you can use. This machine has a USB port, so I'll go ahead and plug it in. Now the next step is you get 4 cable hangers. These are used to place around in the back side of your machine to keep your cable supported and keep it out of the way of when you're sewing. Now, what I will do is hold your base, stick the laser down in there. Now, if you'll notice this thing, it will rotate all the different directions all the way around. So what we want to do is put it in the center. And the reason we want to do that for is that we want to be able to figure out the mounting height. And once we do that, we have it centered. We'll just kind of go straight, just a little bit straight. And as you notice, the higher I go up on the machine, I lose the line back here to my needle. So I need to come down. Now it's starting to hit my needle, so I can mount it this height here. So I'll take it, do the laser. We'll take my alcohol pad. Clean the machine. Clean the part just to get all the oil and stuff off there so the sticky pad will fit good. Take a towel and just kind of wipe it off from there. Now, take this, peel one side off, stick it on my base. Now you got to get the red side off. Sometimes that's a little difficult. Now, when you're mounting this, you want to mount it level. You don't want to tilt it forward, up or down, or side to side. You want to do as level as possible. Then we'll just take it, press it against there. It's held in place. Go ahead and take your laser, hold under your base. The reason I asked you to do this for is because this is double-sided tape. It holds really well, but if you force really hard, as soon as you put it on, it can tear it off. So just take your finger, stick it on the base, press down into the PVC, and now it's in place. You do have a thumb screw that it is pre-drilled, so it goes right in. You don't want to tighten that up all the way because it'll hold your laser in place. So now what we can do is we are fully complete the installation on our laser. Now you have this guide. The guide has a V in the neck. With your needle in the down position, you slide this in. The needle goes to the center, which is your black line. Your blue lines are 1/4 inch off a needle, and the reds are 3/8. So we'll put our needle in the down positioning. The guide slides to the needle. I have my lines to the outside here. I can square it up to my machine. So now my lines are straight. Now, if I want to go to a 1/4 inch, I can go directly to the 1/4. Now, this thing will adjust any different direction you want to go to. So if you're trying to get on your line and your line's off a little bit, you just take your fingers and twist it. So I'm on the 1/4 right here. So I'm on my line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my base. Not even going to touch the laser. Just going to hold the base and slightly just turn the thumb screw. I'm going to pinch onto into it. And now I'm 1/4 off the needle. Now, if I want to do a half square triangle, how this works is, whoops, sorry I bumped the camera. But if I want to do a half square triangle, I actually use the laser as my guide. I'm gonna run my fabric from point to point, just like I have right here, feed it through the machine, because I'm sewing a 1/4 inch to the left. So let's go ahead and do this. Keep my back point straight. For a certain amount, it just pulls it right through. I'm going to spin it around. Do the exact same thing again. There's my half square triangles, and didn't draw any lines on my fabric. Now, if you have multiple bases and you want to move your laser from machine to machine, make sure that you unscrew the thumb screw all the way, because the laser will not want to come out of the base. Then just hold the base and it pulls right out to go back in. To put your finger down, give it some support, adjust it in any different direction you want to go to. Again, I can put my needle down, put my guide in, square it up. If I want to go to stitch the ditch, now I'm on my line right there on my black. All I've got to do is tighten it up. There we go. If I'm a little off, I can just bump it. There we go. Now, I want to tell you, if you're getting a double line hitting on your machine, what that is your laser is pointing too far back and hitting your machine or your foot and showing a reflection down here. So if that's happening, what you need to do is rotate the laser back towards the machine so that pushes the line out so it won't give you the double line. Now we'll repeat the mounting process on a machine with a flat front. Do the same thing. route your laser around, use your cable supports. We're going to take our base and do the exact same thing. Put the laser in. We're going to use the flat side this time. Now, like I said, keep it straight. Now, we got, like I said, left to right. We won't be as close to dead center, so we're going to go this side. And if you notice, I'm having to go down and down and down because my line is not hitting the needle until now. So I've went all the way down to this point right here is the height I need to mount it, because I'm getting the line all the way back to the needle. So now, do the same process. Take an alcohol pad, clean apart, clean our machine. Take a towel, just kind of dry it off. Same way. Double-sided tape. Peel that end off. Like I say, we want to keep it as level as possible. Mount it right there. Push firmly. I can go ahead and hold my base. Slide the laser in. Put the thumb screw in. Get my guide. Needle is down. Pressure foot's up. Square the card up so now my lines are straight. So now, again, if I want to go to 1/4 inch, I'm on the quarter line there. I will just hold my base as I turn the screw, and I'm on the 1/4. So now I can do half square triangles again. If I want to change it, just have to loosen it. I'll roll back to my center line. Now I'm straight off the needle. Like I said, hold my base and just tighten it down, and I'm on the needle. You can adjust as many times as you want, simply by backing off your thumb screw, rotating it, tighten it back down. And remember, if you want to take it out, make sure you completely back off, hold your base, and it just pulls right out. And if you got multiple bases, you go to your next machine, do the same thing. Give it some support as you push it in. And there we go.